Sharon H here. Today by viewer request, I'm bringing you signs of an overbearing, unhealthy friendship. Just remember, everything in this video is coming from my perspective and viewpoint. Take what advice you want and let the rest slide right off of you like Teflon. I doubt many of us has got to adulthood without coming to the painful realization that the odd friendship here or there is unhealthy for us, or a friend has become overbearing. It can be a bloody awful realization too, especially if we know for our own well-being it's best if we sever ties. But we just don't know how to do so without causing fights or disharmony. Then sometimes others see the sign of a toxic friend long before we do. Or we have chosen to ignore the alarm bells that have been going off for a while. So what are the signs of an overbearing, unhealthy friendship? Well, I think one of the first signs is when you walk away from someone feeling more stressed or anxious than before you saw them. After you've spent any amount of time with them, you are left feeling down or bad about yourself or the interaction. I believe we always start to get a little bit of a gut feeling when something is a little off about a person, even if it's a person that we once considered ourselves fond of. Feelings can shift, we can change, or simply grow apart. But often when these feelings start churning in our stomach, it's a warning coming from within that this person is not good for us. Whether this has always been the case and we were oblivious to it, or they hoodwinked us, reeled us in with the love bombing that blinded us of their true colors. Nonetheless, the instincts do kick in and we lose that sense of calm around them we may once have had. You know, when you were talking to someone and you momentarily confide in them that someone has upset you, or you've seen a side to them that you didn't like, but the second it comes out of your mouth, you can see those words being cycled and twisted and turned around their brain, just waiting for them to spit it back out to cause trouble. You know it, you feel it with every ounce of yourself. Some people are born troublemaking fucksticks, and when you realize you've been had by one or are about to be had by one, it can make you feel sick to your stomach. Often these people not only love bombed, but were very demanding and wanting to be in your face. Your feed or messages around the clock, incessantly showing up somewhere, silently demanding you give them your attention. If you simply can't keep up with their needs, or you find yourself avoiding them because you just don't want to, this is when the shift will come. You will start to feel their iciness and indifference wash over you. If you dare spend time with other friends, God help you, especially if you don't include them, whether intentionally or unintentionally. It's like these fucking people think they have the rights to your social life, like it's a mortal sin to have any semblance of a social life beyond them, especially if it's with others within your circle. Because they can do as they please, they can be up everyone else's, but you can't do a thing without them. These people are demanding, and if they don't get their way, they're demeaning. They may not be outright, but they will find subtle ways to put you down and belittle you if you are not rising up to their expectations. You'll often find they'll treat you different openly than privately too. They'll gush over you privately, feign undying loyalty and devotion, but will be more offstandish where others can see. In my experience, this is because they have to save face, because they've often painted a different picture of you to others. How you treat them, how you treat others, and it's never in your favor. Because the overbearing and unhealthy have to victimize themselves. This is how they draw others in. They will often boldly or subtly pressure you into doing things you don't want to do too. Of course, always things that make them look good or feel good, irregardless of how they make you look or feel. Once you start to get vibes that these people are playing one off the other with you, it's time to sever ties, and sever ties fast. They are that way inclined. You can't win with them. Don't even enter the fight. If they're a rat cunning, deceptive liar, you will find yourself way out of depth. They will completely drown you if you try to save a sinking ship. You cannot repair a friendship that has been tarnished and torn by a calculating grub. Because if this crap is going on, it will never get better. It will only continue and get worse. Once your friendship is betrayed and the trust is gone, there is no friendship where there is no trust. In this case, I would tear off the band-aid fast and completely sever ties. You cannot argue with a liar. They believe their own bullshit. Once someone carries tales and repeats things you've told them in confidence, you know you can never tell them another thing. But what's worse is when someone twists your words or repeats their words as if they were your words to cause friction and fights. Come off and never look back. Let me say that one more time for those in the back. Come off and never look back. Even if you've never encountered dishonesty or betrayal. But if you find yourself secretly happy every time plans with them get cancelled, or secretly dreading it when plans get made, or avoiding making them at all, then this is definitely a sign that the friendship just isn't a right fit for you. I don't know about you, but I'm a bit of a homebody, and I'm sometimes a little bit relieved when things get cancelled, because then I can stay home and do my own thing. But I also know when this has nothing to do with my friends and everything to do with me. But I most definitely have felt that dread of catching up or seeing people, and it's a bloody awful feeling. None of us should ever feel obligated to keep maintaining friendships that just don't sit right with us. I mean, we are all adults. We can just slip away quietly and keep them at a polite distance. We don't have to be cruel or try to tarnish the other person's character. We can just courteously make ourselves more and more unavailable. Another sign of an unhealthy friendship is when we find ourselves withholding things from them, treading on eggshells around them. Or some friends, we just don't particularly want them knowing our business. It's not that we dislike them or that they're bad people. We just prefer to keep them at arm's length. I have a few close friends which I'm an open book, a few of which could probably write a book about me. They know me, my hopes, my fears, my dreams so well. But others are on a need-to-know basis, and for the most part, I don't believe they need to know. I'm not particularly keen on the kinds that if you ask them anything about their life, they keep it short and closed off, but will be straight up in your messages wanting to know the details about your life. Once I work out this uneven dynamic, I tell them nothing and take them nowhere. Typically the same friends that don't support us or our goals, but are all over social media commenting and cheering on everyone else. I will be polite to these people, but if push comes to shove, I don't really any longer consider them my friends, but more so acquaintances. We gotta sometimes also see them for what they really are. Convenient friends. Always to their convenience, of course. Friends that are up in our grill when it's convenient for them. These are unhealthy, overbearing friendships, in my opinion. I mean, don't ignore everything important to me that I share on social media, whilst being all over people you don't even know and expect to still be on my party list. I don't roll that way. Friends come first to me, acquaintances second, and so on. If I am a friend of convenience, then I would rather them conveniently fuck off ski. The competition friend is another to give a wide berth. I've mentioned these kinds before. The kinds that anything you can do, they or someone they know can or has done better. And the argumentative friend, that anything you say they want to argue with. These people me to tears. The kinds that if you say it's black, they'll say it's white. Even when it's clear as day, it's black. As friends, we should try to be there for each other, but it's gotta be a two-way street. And any friend that thinks you should be supporting them, but doesn't think the same should go for you, then they don't see you as a friend, they see you as beneath them. For any friend who ghosts you, if you are pursuing your own goals and dreams, and your focus isn't on theirs, these are not true friends. These are people that were taking advantage. True friends will give and not just take. They will be there for you and as happy for you as you are for them. Even if the friendship sometimes becomes a little unbalanced, with true friendship, it will always even itself out. But when you constantly feel on edge, or like you have something to prove, or you second guess yourself or your place, this is not a healthy dynamic. If you forever feel belittled, demeaned, or small, you've really got to ask yourself if it's it's a friendship worth having at all. Friendships are not meant to leave you feeling deflated or leave you feeling worn. It's okay to walk away from what is not healthy. You do not owe one person more than you owe yourself. When a friendship feels overbearing, what's got to come first is you and your fucking mental health.
Break out of your shell.